Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly pick a card, FriYay Pick a card. These weeks are just flowing too quickly, and this is such an important weekend, such a big weekend as far as time of year, time of energy, all sorts of things like that happening. We have got a blue moon this weekend, our second full moon in a month, and it is Halloween. And I know here in South Africa we're not really big Halloween supporters, if I can say, but it is certainly growing in popularity, and people are certainly getting more and more interested and excited about Halloween and dress up and all those kind of things. And obviously from a spiritual point of view, it is when the veil between our world and the next is a lot thinner. So there's a lot of interesting energies and interesting things that are taking place. So obviously we have to have our theme around the blue moon, around the full moon, and around Halloween. So I tried to get all clever with the camera and find a way of making me look all spooky, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm not that clever with all this technology business. So I have got some interesting questions laid out for us that we're going to look at in our readings. And the first thing that the next thing that I really want to talk to you about is I want to just say thank you to those of you who have joined my Insight membership club. I really am so thrilled that so many of you have joined, and I'm so thrilled that so many of you have chosen me to be your guide on your journey of life. I really am so excited. And basically, for those of you who are not sure, because I have had quite a few people messaging me saying, what is this and how does it work and where do I get more information? This Insight membership club is here on YouTube only. There are 3 tiers, there are 3 levels that you can choose whichever level you are comfortable with to join in at. The first level gives you early access to all my content. So all my public content that I release 5 days a week, you get access to that almost 12 hours before anybody else does. And you also get a special little badge next to your name. So anytime you comment, anytime you chat, anytime you engage with me on YouTube, you get a special little badge next to your name so that you stand out and everybody can see that you're part of the club. The next level up, it gets you those same features, if I can call them that, as the first level, but it also, what it allows you is I will be doing some, I haven't yet, but I will be doing some live readings just purely for the memberships. So I will let everybody know when I'm going to be live, and those people on that tier 2 and upwards, will have access to that live reading. Nobody else has access to it, so they get me all to themselves. At the moment the club is still small, so if I'm going to be on for half an hour and you're the only person, or there are only 10 people, or there are only 15 people, however many there are, then you know that I'm only going to be dealing with those people. Whereas if I do a normal public live and there's 300 people in the chat, you know, the chances of me picking up your question is quite slim. So the middle tier gets you the first tier's access, and it also gets you live videos on a regular basis. And then the third tier gets tier 1, get tier 2's features, and the third tier also gets you access to private videos. So what I mean by private videos is it's videos that I create for that tier, published once a month, and nobody else sees them. It's just for you, and it is to give you inspiration, motivation, and guidance for the month ahead. So that information, if you look beneath this video, you will see there'll be a little button that says join. If you push that button, the prices, the information, and everything will be there. And if you would like to join, I will be happy to have you. So that's my sales pitch out the way, but I really just wanted to say thank you to all of those who have joined already. It really is so amazing to see, and I'm so honored and so blessed. Right, so let's get on to FriYay, because FriYay is important. So as I said, FriYay this week we are focusing on trick and treat. I know with Halloween we normally say trick or treat, and I don't believe in needing to pick one or the other. We can have both, okay? So we're going to look at what's tricking us, we're going to look at what's causing a little bit of discomfort in our lives, and we're going to look at what treats are coming, okay? And how to best access and best utilize and best enjoy the treats that are coming. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this week. And then obviously I'm working with 2 tarot decks this week. I'm going to work with a darker deck to give us our trick, and I'm going to be working with a slightly quirky deck to give us our treat, because it is Halloween after all. We can't have pretty fancy happy decks. We need to have little decks with a little bit of depth to them. So that's what I'm doing. And then, because I do like to finish on a positive, because I do like to finish on a happiness, I will be drawing an oracle card at the end, which is coming from a really beautiful deck, just to tidy it all up and making sure that we finish off on a happy vibe. So friends, let's get straight into it. So I'm going to perform my magic, and on screen now is an image of the bundles that are available to you. All you have to do is to start off by taking a deep breath in, hold it for a brief second and exhale it out, allowing all your stresses and all your worries and all your concerns and all your anxieties to leave your body with every exhale. So every exhale we release, we let go, we let it all go, and we just allow ourselves to find comfortable breathing, find our center, grounded, connected, calm. And then you look at the bundles, you look at the picture that's on screen now, and ask yourself, which one of these seems to be calling you out? Which one of these seems to be brighter, seems to be clearer, seems to just be attracting you? So which one of these, and let that be the bundle that has the reading, the message, the inspiration and the guidance that you need in your life right now. Okay, so you know which one you're going for. That's fabulous. So friends, you know how it works. In the description below will be timestamps that will take you through to your bundle specifically. So you don't have to, watch the whole video. If you've chosen the very last bundle, you can jump straight across to that. Obviously, if you want to watch them all, you will absolutely get messages from them all, and I'm sure it'll be relevant and applicable somehow in your life. But if you want to watch just yours, you can use the timestamps in the description below. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to start with the first one, with bundle 1. And welcome to those of you who have chosen bundle 1 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the inspiration and the guidance that you need in your life right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are well. So we are doing trick and treat today. And the trick portion, because you know what, unfortunately life is all about yin and yang. Life is all about equal opposites. And we can't have good without a bit of bad. Hey? So that's why I've decided, instead of it being trick or treat, we're doing trick and treat. So we're going to start with the trick portion. And to do the trick portion, I'm using a deck that I normally wouldn't use on my videos, but because we need something a little bit dark and a little bit mysterious, a little bit strange for Halloween, I have decided to use my Deviant Moon Tarot. So yeah, this is not going to appeal to everybody. I will absolutely admit that. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it is Halloween, and we're just using it for the first couple of questions, the trick portion, and then when we go on to the treat portion, I will use a different deck. All right, so we're going to get straight into it. I am shuffling my Deviant Moon cards. They're quite long and narrow, so shuffling is always a challenge for me. And the first question that we're asking today is, what is tricking you right now? What in your life, where in your life are you being tricked? Oh gosh, I just threw the cards all over the table. Let's just pick them up quickly. Right, we have cards in hand again. Let's start this again. So what is tricking you in your life right now? Where in your life are you being tricked? What is tricking you? What's not going so well for you in your life right now? So I am shuffling and I am taking this card over here. All right, so the question we had is what is tricking you in your life right now? And here we have the Tower card, and the Tower card is never really a fabulous card to see in a tarot reading, because the Tower card talks about your world crashing down, your world crumbling, having disaster and chaos and all of these kind of things happening around you. But the interesting thing here is the question we asked is, what is tricking you right now? So the Tower card is tricking you. So you have the sense of chaos in your world, you have the sense of everything falling, the sense of everything being destroyed, the sense of chaos and mayhem and etc. happening in your life, but it's not real, it's a trick. All right, that is what is being sent to you, that is what you're noticing, that is what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, but it's not true of the situation. So the Tower card is not actually happening, even though it feels like it, but that is the trick that is taking place. And now the question that I want to ask is, why do you need to have this trick? Why is it that the universe feels like you need this lesson in your life right now? And maybe it's because it would have been. Okay, let me start that again. When we have chaos, when we have destruction, when we have problems in our life that aren't actually real. It helps us to, when we make that connection, when we have that realization, when we recognize that it's not real, suddenly we become more grateful for what we do have. So it helps us to embrace our reality, embrace who we are, and embrace what we are a little bit better. So what is tricking you in your life right now? We have the Tower. I'm going to leave that on the table here in front of me, picking up the same deck again, because we have a second question with regards to what is tricking us. And this question is, how do we overcome it and how do we stop it? So how do we overcome this Tower moment and how do we stop this Tower moment? How do we recognize that this is just a trick? How do we see it for what it truly is? How do we overcome it and how do we stop it? Let's see what we get. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Need to hold the cards so that you can see them clearly. Right, King of Swords, very interesting. I love, you know, this deck is certainly quirky, this deck is certainly interesting, but it's not comfortable, and I think that's exactly what we need right now. Okay, we need a deck that calls us out. We need a deck that makes us like look at it and go, oh, hold a second, what's going on here? So I understand that this art style is certainly not going to appeal to everybody, but it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. So King of Swords, let's have a look at what we have going on here. So we have the king in the background, and he's holding his mighty sword, and he's very proud, and he's very, very in control, and he's got his beautiful clothes on, so he's feeling very regal, and he's feeling very authoritative, all right? In front of him is a little person who is holding the world. Actually, I'm going to do this. There we go. There we go. All right? That little person is holding the whole globe, is holding the whole world. I just want to see if you can see the king nice and clearly. That's fabulous, all right? So he is in control of the whole world. Remember the question we asked here. So we were asking ourselves, we're dealing with trick and treat, we're dealing with Halloween energies, we're dealing with all of these kind of things. What is tricking you in your world right now? What is tricking in your life right now? It is the Tower. You feel as if there's destruction, you feel as if there's chaos, you feel as if everything's going wrong, you feel as if every time you turn around there's a new problem that you need to deal with, a new situation that you need to deal with, and it's just overwhelming. Okay, how do you overcome it and stop it? By King of Swords. And King of Swords is about taking control of your mind, taking control of your thoughts, taking control of your strategies, taking control of your actions. So here we have this little fella who is holding on to the earth, holding on to the globe for the king, and he's waiting for the king's instruction. The king is the one who has to give the instructions, especially the King of Swords. He gives the instructions. He tells everybody what to do. He tells everybody what to feel, how to respond, how to react, all of these kind of things. He's the one who comes up with the action plan. So how do you overcome your Tower moment? How do you overcome this particular situation in your life? By stopping everything, pausing for a minute, thinking it through, clearing the cobwebs in your mind. It is Halloween, we have cobwebs. Clearing the cobwebs in your mind and allowing yourself to see reality and truth for what it truly is. And then get your action plan, get your strategy, get your actions together so that you can make the changes that are necessary. I like that. I think that's actually very relevant. Very relevant. All right, so I'm going to leave these two cards here on the table in front of me, and I will be referring back to them. But now I want to pick up my next deck. And this deck is a little bit gentler, a little bit easier on the eye. And this is my Shadowland Tarot. And Shadowland Tarot, the images are also a little bit quirky, also a little bit peculiar, and a little bit, you know, sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. But what it does, again, is it just helps us to feel, okay? Because that's what Halloween is all about. It's all about the feels. It's all about connection. It's all about looking here within your heart and soul and seeing the truth. It's about finding out what is really going on. Okay, so we're now on to the treat portion of our reading. So we've done with the trick. We've recognized what's the trick in our life. We've recognized what we can do to overcome it. Now the question we're asking is, what treats are available to you right now? So what treats are available to you right now? And we're doing this from the Shadowland Tarot. I love this deck. It really is just such an exciting deck, and it just, you know, it helps you to look at your shadows. It helps you to look at parts of yourself that you're not really comfortable with. Okay, so what treats are available in your life right now? Let's see what we get. Oh, very interesting. We have discretion. Let's put it like this again so that the camera can focus on it. And you can see, look how beautiful that owl is. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so here we have discretion. And if you look at, I mean, just look at this little red shoes that the owl has on. Aren't they just the cutest? Hey, look at it. Look at the little ears that the owl's wearing as well. So the owl is very strong and very dominant and very controlled. You know, I'm thinking Alice in Wonderland with the little red shoes, isn't it? And owls generally do hide, don't they? Owls generally do withdraw. They generally do keep quiet. They generally do stay in the background. The question we were asking here is what treat is available to you, and it is discretion. And discretion is a treat because you don't need external validation, all right? And I think this is what you need to recognize, is that whatever's going on in your life, you don't need to put a poster, you don't need to put a big billboard up there and say to people, hey, this is what I'm doing. You don't need people to come and pat you on the back. You don't need people to tell you, well done, you're doing good. The treat that's available to you is knowing here in your heart of hearts, knowing here in your soul that you're doing right and that everything's doing well and going well in your life. So the treat that is available to you is discretion. Discretion means that you carry on doing whatever it is you're doing, knowing in your heart of hearts that you're doing well, that it's working out, that you're getting everything that you need, everything that you want, everything that you deserve, but you don't need the external validation for that. I love that. I absolutely love that. So I'm going to leave that one on the table in front of me, and I'm now going to pick up the deck again, the same deck, Shadowland Tarot. And the next question is, how do we welcome and accept this discretion? How do we welcome and accept this treat that is being offered to you right now? How do we welcome and accept and utilize it in our lives? Let's see what we get. Okay. Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is a very interesting card. If you have a look, we have the bird. The bird has a blindfold on it. All around the bird are feathers, which are otherwise known as the swords. Again, notice the little red shoes on the bird's feet. It's too cute. So the Eight of Swords is all about feeling trapped. The Eight of Swords is all about feeling as if you are caged, if you are blocked, if you are trapped. The blindfold saying that you can't see. So it's your perceptions. You perceive yourself as being held captive. You perceive yourself as being trapped, when the truth is that they are just feathers. You can push them down quite easily and comfortably, and you could free yourself. The question is, yes, how do we welcome and accept the treat that is on offer? By recognizing that you are protected, by recognizing that you are not being held captive, that you're not being held, you're not being restricted in any way, but actually you are being protected. Protected and guided is what I'm hearing, okay? You are protected and you are guided, and everything is working out exactly as it should be. So the way that you welcome it is by removing your blindfolds. Face your fears, look at it head on, realize that discretion is the treat, realize that discretion is exactly what you're looking for. You need to be able to just get on with your life quietly, get on with your life comfortably without worrying about anybody else. Who cares what the neighbors think? Who cares what the person down the road thinks? Who cares what anybody else thinks? You need to just get on and do the things that you need to, that bring you pleasure, bring you joy, bring you happiness, and most importantly, bring you success, okay? So discretion is your key word. And the way that you welcome and accept it is by removing, let's see if I can again just get a closer shot on it. There we go. So the way that we do this is by removing the blindfold, looking at the feathers that are around us and realizing that they are not trapping us, but they are keeping us safe. We are protected, we are guided, we are loved by spirit. I like it. I absolutely like it. So picking up the deck again, because I have one more question. The next question is, how will this treat that is coming into your life, how will it improve your life? So this discretion that we're talking about, this ability to do everything on your own and not need external validation, this protection that we have from spirit, this taking our blindfold or facing our fears and realizing that everything's actually fabulous and we don't have to share that with anybody. The success, the happiness, and the joy that is coming your way doesn't have to be shared with anybody. It's something that you keep quiet to yourself and you just have that inner knowing, all right? How is this treat of discretion going to improve your life right now? Let's see what we get. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, you know, it's like the lottery wheel that just keeps turning, and every time it turns you win. Every time it makes another revolution, there's success, there's happiness, there's joy, there's abundance, there's all of those things. The Wheel of Fortune is also the karma card, which is also saying to you that the success, this happiness, and this joy that's coming your way is what you truly deserve, okay? So the question was, how will the treat the treat of discretion, I'm just trying to pick it up. How will the treat of discretion improve your life? It's going to bring you everything that you've been waiting for, everything that you've been wanting, everything that you've been looking out for yourself, everything that you deserve, that you've been working towards is coming your way. So friends, let's see if I can do this properly. This is your treat, okay? We are looking at, we are remembering the trick that's happening in our life at the moment. So remember that there's chaos in your life at the moment. There is this feeling of chaos. There's this illusion of chaos. There's this illusion of everything going wrong. And every time you think of something, there's a new problem, there's a new challenge, there's a new obstacle, there's new chaos, okay? All the time. That is what is the trick that is happening in your life. How do you handle the trick? By taking the time to think it through, taking the time to look at it openly and honestly, by addressing it and coming up with a strategy to get out of it. The treat is the discretion. This action plan that you've got to come up with, don't share it with anybody, okay? Keep it to yourself. Let's be discreet with what we're doing. When we tell everybody our plans, when we share our opportunities and share our plans with everybody, what we're actually doing is we're telling everybody our ideas so that they can run with it and we lose, okay? So let's be discreet. Let's keep our ideas to ourselves. Let's keep our strategies to ourselves. Let's keep our thoughts and our opinions and everything. Let's just be discreet and know that if we look at things the way that they truly are, if we look at things head on, let's remove our blindfold. Let's notice the protection that we have around us. Let's notice how Spirit is drawing near, guiding us, protecting us, and keeping us safe, not trapped, safe. Okay, you can walk away from those feathers at any time. There is nothing and nobody stopping you, but those are keeping you safe and keeping you protected, which is what you need in your life right now. And finally, what is it going to bring you? All of this is going to bring you. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you success. It's going to bring you everything that you want in life. How absolutely fabulous is that? I love it. Absolutely love it. So I am now going to pick up my Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and this is going to give you just an extra little message, just to tie it all in and to finish it all up and to make you feel even more fabulous. So what is it that Spirit needs you to know? What is the message from Spirit for you right now? What do the Nature's Whispers energies want you to know right now to complete the message, to expand on the message, and to guide us? Let's see what we get. Just look how beautiful these cards are. Aren't they just absolutely exquisite? Notice the hands here, okay? Notice the animal walking above that, the waterfall. Look at the birds, the flowers. In this particular flower here, there's a whole kingdom there. And look at the keyword. The keyword is expansion. I want you to just really, and while you're looking at the image, while you're looking at the absolute exquisite beauty of this card, just know that the tower moment, the trick that is happening in your life, this destruction, this tower, this chaos that you're feeling, it's just confirming that Spirit are here for you, okay? Look at the rainbow there, rainbow up there. There is just so much beauty and so much happiness around this card. You feel as if everything is chaotic. You feel as if there's just total desolation and destruction and problems and chaos and stuff all over the place. That's how you feel. But the truth is that it's just you expanding into your new reality, expanding into new self. But it is important. It is important that you be discreet. It is important that you keep it to yourself. This is not something that you share with people. Obviously, you're going to share it with your loved ones. Obviously, you're going to share it with your family. But your ideas, the growth, the expansion, the opportunities, the success, the luck, and the happiness that is coming your way is yours. Be discreet about it. Don't share it with everybody else. Keep it to yourself, okay? Because it's yours. You deserve this. You've worked hard for this. Nobody else. This is all yours. And you deserve this. So, Spirit are confirming, Spirit acknowledging the expansion that is taking place for you, and you deserve this, and it's going to be amazing. So friends, embrace this time of the year, embrace the changes, embrace the opportunities that are here for you, embrace everything. Don't look at everything as a tower moment. Don't look at everything as if it's crumbling and crashing and it's the end of, and you can't and you don't know how, and don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed by that. Rather, put your thinking cap on. Be King of Swords, okay? As creepy as he is, be King of Swords. Be brave, be confident, tackle your opportunities head on, but keep it to yourself. Be discreet about it and know that everything that you've been working towards, everything that you deserve is coming to you. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we meet again, you take care. And welcome to those of you who have chosen Bundle 2 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need right now. So as you saw, our theme, our subject is trick and treat today. So we are working with the Halloween energies, and because of that I've had to pick some decks. They're a little bit dark, a little bit interesting, a little bit quirky. And I have got 5 questions written out for us today that we're going to be working at, and I'm going to be working with 2 tarot decks to get this inspiration and this reading done for you. So the first question, or the first part of the reading, is the trick portion of the reading. And to do the trick portion of the reading, I've chosen a really dark and quirky deck. I'm going to tell you now that the artwork is not going to appeal to everybody. It's probably going to be a little bit yucky, but it is the Deviant Moon Tarot, and I just love this deck. The images are a little bit odd, they are a little bit strange, but sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need odd and strange to make us like go, what? To look at it twice and to sort of get the message that's needed. So I'm shuffling the deck here already, and so we're going to start off with this deck, and then once we've dealt with the trick portion of the reading, we're going to go on to the treat portion of the reading. And when we do the treat portion of the reading, I'll be changing tarot decks to one that's also a little bit quirky, but just not as weird and peculiar as this one. And then we're going to finish the reading off with an oracle message, just to soften it and just to end it off on a positive note. So let's get straight into it, shall we? All right. So question 1 is, what is tricking you in your life right now? Where in your life are you being tricked? What is tricking you right now? And I am shuffling the cards, and we're going to get, let's see, what is tricking, oops. You know me, these cards are quite long and skinny, so shuffling is a challenge, but then shuffling is a challenge with any deck with me, isn't it? Right, what is tricking you in your life right now? And it is the 3 of Cups. Do you see what I mean when I say this deck is a little bit strange, a little bit peculiar, and a little bit awkward? Let's just see if I can put it into focus so that you can, I want you to see the images. So we have got, there we go, in focus, we have got 3 ladies. Let me just say 3 people. I don't know if I can call them ladies. They are dancing. Look at the smiles, look at the celebrations, look at the joy. But they're in a fish. Told you this deck was a little bit peculiar. So 3 of Cups traditionally, in traditional tarot, traditional interpretations, 3 of Cups is about celebration and joy. So, but remember, this is what is tricking you in your life at the moment. So for instance, for those of you who chose this reading, understand that there may be reasons for celebration in your life at the moment. There may be things that you seem or you feel like are working out for you. You feel as if things are working out. You feel as if there's success and happiness. You feel as if everything's working out exactly, and you want to celebrate. You want to get out the balloons. We want to acknowledge. We want to have all of these fun things that are happening to us, but please understand that that is all a facade. Please understand that that's not always the truth, okay, because it is a trick. So people are giving you reasons for celebration. They're saying to you, come, you've done so well here and you've done so well there, let's celebrate, let's celebrate. But please understand that there's an ulterior motive, okay? In that celebration, in the acknowledgement, in the whatever it is that's happening around you, whatever it is that you feel needs to be celebrated in your life at the moment, listen carefully, look at it carefully, check it out carefully, because there's an ulterior, there's an underside to it. I'm going to put that card down, and I'm picking up the same deck, so picking up Deviant Moon again. How do we overcome this trick? How do we identify it? How do we overcome it? And how do we stop it? Okay, because that's important. Let's see. How do we overcome it? How do we identify it? And how do we stop it? Shuffling the cards, and let's get one. There we go. That one wants to come out. Okay. The Empress. So the Empress, in again, let me just see if I can get the cards to focus so that you can see the image, because it really, they are so interesting. They are so interesting. So she's got a snake wrapped around her. She's got a flower in her hand. She's naked. She's got a tail. So it's not a snake wrapped around her, it's her tail. Look at her weird feet or her shoes that she's wearing. Everything is just peculiar with this deck, but it is just fabulous. The Empress, she is in control of creation. She is the one who creates. She is the one who gives birth. She decides what comes to life and what doesn't. She is creativity in a nutshell. So let's have a look at these two cards together, because I think this is quite interesting. So what is tricking you at the moment? We have the Three of Cups. So celebration, joy, and happiness. You're putting on a mask. You might be pretending to be this happy-go-lucky person. You might be pretending that everything's fabulous in your life when actually it's not. All you're doing, because this question here is how to overcome and to stop what is tricking you. And the Empress is saying that you are in control of your own happiness, okay? Because the Empress is all about creation. She's all about giving birth. She's all about starting and initiating, nurturing and taking care of. So recognize the falsehood in your life. Recognize this kind of false, whether it is you pretending to be happy, whether it is your friends and your circumstances, your colleagues and your work environment, pretending that everything's great when actually it's not. How do we overcome it? How do we deal with it? By recognizing that we, when I say we, I mean you, are able to create it differently, okay? When you recognize the trick, when you recognize what is not going right in your life, you will then be able to be more in control, and you will be able to create it the way that you need it to be. So don't take everybody's happiness and everybody's gratitude and everybody's excitement. Don't take it as real, because that is a falsehood. That is not true of the real situation. You need to identify it, and you need to realize that you are in control, and you need to create it to be the way you want it to be. And don't, just because people are saying it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fabulous, it's great, and it's awesome, don't take their word for it. Change it. Use your own creativity and realize that you are in control of this particular situation. All right, so that is the trick portion of your reading, and I definitely think that's something that you really needed to know, because you know what, people are false. Circumstances, situations, and things like that. People don't always like to be honest. People tell you, oh, you look fabulous, when in fact you don't look fabulous, okay? So when people are suddenly going, oh, you look so great, their over-enthusiasm and their over-excitement is the falsehood, is how you are being tricked. Be creative in your expression, in your outlook, in the way that you handle it, and you can change it and get to the truth. All right. So we're now going on to our treat portion of our reading. So remember, we're not doing trick or treat. We're doing trick and treat, because life is all about yin and yang. Life is all about polar opposites. You can't have the light without the dark. You can't have the one without the other. So that is the trick portion that you've had to deal with. Now we're going to go on to the treat portion. And to do that, I'm using my Shadowland Tarot. So it's still a little bit quirky. It's still a little bit strange, a little bit peculiar, but it's not as as the Deviant Moon. All right, so let's get into it. So I've got 3 questions for this deck for the treat portion of our reading. So let's get them shuffled, and let's set the intentions, and let's set everything that we need to. So the first question we want to know is, what is the treat that's available for you right now? So what is going right in your life? What is the treat? What needs to be acknowledged? What is the sweetness? What is the happiness? What is the joy? What is the treat that is in your life right now? Let's see what we get. What treat is available to you right now? Gosh, cards don't want to come out. The treat that is available to you right now is the 4 of Swords. So here we have a skeleton. He has taken his 4 swords and he's made himself a bit of a hammock from the 4 swords, and he's now resting, okay? He is quite happily resting. He's not worried about anything. He's just lying in his hammock and he's taking a moment. You can see the sun's coming up behind him. All right, so the day hasn't started yet, or it's the end of the day and the sun's going down. I don't know which way the sun's going here. I don't know if it's coming up or if it's going down, but he's resting. He's taking it easy, okay? He is just like, you know what, while I have the opportunity, I'm going to rest. And friends, for you, the treat that's available to you right now, the treat, I see we're not in focus. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. The treat that's available for you right now is the treat of rest, is the treat of taking a time out, taking, even if it's 5 minutes, this is what we need to understand. We have all worked really hard this year. With everything that's gone on, I've noticed that everybody's worked harder than they've ever worked before. Whether you've been working from home, whether you're unemployed, whether you lost your job, it doesn't actually matter. Whether you weren't working to start off with, we've all had this kind of pressure on us to just perform and to be and to achieve and to various other things. So now, at the end of October, we are exhausted. Okay, we are absolutely exhausted. So the treat that the universe is offering you right now is the chance to rest, is the chance to recuperate your energies and to take a little bit of a time out for yourself. And again, it doesn't have to be a 3-week holiday at the seaside. It doesn't have to be something like that. A 5-minute cat nap, a 5-minute rest, as long as it is done with the right intentions and as long as it's done in the right way, it will achieve the objective that you need it to achieve. So rest is the treat that is available to you right now. And picking up the deck again, how do we allow ourselves this rest? How do we welcome and accept this treat that is that's on offer for you right now? How do we accept this treat into our lives and how do we implement it? Let's see what we get. So how do we accept the treat of rest and how do we implement it into our life? The Emperor. Let me see if I can look at that. Isn't it the cutest? Hey, I love this deck. It's a little bit strange and quirky, but it's not scary. So the Emperor, just look at his table. He's got 4 legs on his table. His table is quite sturdy. He's sitting on it. Actually, I'm lying. His table doesn't have 4 legs, does it? I can't read. I can't see. But he is in control. He's out in the middle of nowhere, okay? And he is deciding to take a rest. He's sitting on his chair. He's sitting on his stool. And he's saying, you know what? This is me. I'm done for a bit, okay? But the Emperor is all about taking control. The Emperor is all about plans and strategies and actions and all of those kind of things. He's taking control of his life. He's deciding what he's doing. He's deciding when he's doing it and he's deciding how he's doing it. But nobody's rushing him, okay? You cannot rush this guy. You cannot tell him, can we hurry up, make a decision. Not with our Emperor. Our Emperor, he will take as much time as he needs to ponder and to think and to strategize and to come up with ways. There is no rushing him. Remember now the question here was, how do we welcome and accept our opportunity for rest? Okay, how do we welcome and accept our opportunity for rest? By taking it. That's really what the Emperor is saying to you. He's saying to you, just take it, okay? Don't wait for somebody to offer it to you. Don't wait for somebody to wave a flag and say, come, come, come. Just decide, you know what, I need a break, I need a day off, I need a whatever, and take it, okay? You don't need anybody's permission, because that's the other thing that the Emperor is telling you. You don't need anybody's permission. You can just go ahead and do this, all right? You deserve this. You're tired, you're exhausted. So wherever you are, whatever you're in the middle of, it can all wait. Because that's what the Emperor is saying to you. It can all wait. Don't wait for perfect time. There's never a perfect time. And if you remember, I want to show you that we have the little skeleton here. If you leave it too much longer, you're going to be the skeleton, okay? We have to take care of the self. We have to rest. All right. Let's put those cards down. So picking up the deck again because I've got one more question. And the next one is, how will this treat improve your life? I feel like I don't even need to take a card. You know, a little holiday, a little rest, a little time out, you know it's going to have huge benefits in your life. But let's just see. So how will this treat benefit your life? How will this treat improve your life? How will this treat help and guide you on your journey? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. I love it. We get the Halloween card, pumpkin and all. So we've got the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles has got to do with our finances. Pentacles have got to do with our material possessions, okay? And here he's collecting all his little material possessions, his little nunus, his little creatures. He's got his little pumpkin full of sweets. He's got everything that he needs in life, okay? So how will this improve your life? Well, it'll allow you to be more assertive, okay? Taking this rest, taking this time out, taking it and not waiting for other people to tell you when, how, and all the rest of it. Taking this opportunity is going to give you the chance to be more assertive and to have more success in your life. And that's what you need. Everybody needs a little bit of assertiveness, Okay, and also if you take a little bit of time out, if you take that little bit of a rest, you are going to be stronger, you're going to be more capable, and you're going to be able to achieve a lot more. Whereas at the moment, you don't have the energy to pick up 2 things. You probably don't have the energy to pick up 1. So if you have a little rest, if you take a little bit of time out, you will be able to do more. But if you just keep going, you will just get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. But take a little rest and you will be able to achieve so much more. So, friends, let's have a look. Your trick. Your trick is the celebration. The trick is feeling like everything's fabulous, letting everybody tell you that things are great. That is the trick. That is where we are fooling ourselves. That is where we are conning ourselves. That is where we are not being honest and truthful with ourselves, okay? So we're pretending that everything's fabulous when actually it isn't. How to overcome and to stop that trick by realizing that you are the one who is in control. You are the one who is responsible for your own outcomes. You have the creation within inside of you, and everything that you're experiencing now is I'm going to say the results of your efforts. Okay, you've created this. So how, okay, and what is the treats that are available to you right now? Nope, wrong card. I have put them in the wrong order. The treats that are available to you right now is the treat of rest. So take the opportunity, take the treat, a day off, a weekend away, something simple, something little, and rest. Even if you just sleep, even if you do nothing, but feed your soul, feed your creativity, feed your soul. Don't wait for an invitation. Don't wait for somebody's permission. Don't wait for somebody to say, yes, you can. You make the decision. You act on it. You take it. And how will it benefit you and how will it improve your life? It'll give you the vitality, it'll give you the confidence, and it'll give you everything that you need to achieve so much more. I want you to notice the little books down here, okay? The little books down here are referencing learning, knowledge, gaining understanding, and just becoming a better person. And that's what you need. That's what you deserve. I think that's fabulous. So I am now picking up Nature's Whispers Oracle, and this is just going to complete the reading for us, just to complete the message. So Spirit, we're asking you, with our trick and our treat, what else do we need to know? What else do you want us to know? What else is important and significant for us right now? How do we complete the message? What is it, the final piece that you need us to be aware of right now? Okay, and this one looks like it's jumping out at us. Just look how beautiful these cards are. Just look how beautiful and serene that is. So it is seek beauty. It's about being mindful of the beauty that is around you. And I think that's how you replenish your soul. I think I'm just trying to move it so that you can see the whole card, because they are just absolutely exquisite, these cards. So what you need to do in taking a rest, in taking time out for yourself, go out to nature. Go and seek beauty, whatever you find beautiful, whatever you find pleasurable. Go and spend some time with that and just be in that moment. Just look at the animals, just look at everything that's in these cards. Aren't they just exquisite? I just love this deck. It's so deep. And the more I look, the more I see, the more I feel, the more I whatever. So friends, for you, it's telling you to go and seek beauty. It's telling you to go and put yourself in a place that visually stimulates you, in a place that visually excites you, in a place that visually makes you feel beautiful. Seek the beauty to find the time to rest. And you know what I often say, if you live by the seaside and you're attracted to the ocean and you're attracted to the water, spending half an hour just looking at the water, just watching the waves, it's like a whole weekend away holiday. It can rejuvenate your soul. But seek the beauty. If you enjoy the mountains, go to the mountains and just be there for a day, for a weekend, and let it rejuvenate your soul. So friends, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we connect again, you take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as you know, our theme this week, our reading this week is about trick and treat. So it is that time of the year, and we have full moon, and it's a blue moon. It's all sorts of exciting, interesting energies this weekend, so that's why I had to jump on board. But I don't believe in trick or treat. I like trick and treat, because that's what life is. Life is all about a little mix of good and bad, a little bit of light and dark. We can't have the day without the dark. We can't have the day without the night. We can't have the one without the other. It's all about finding that balance, and this is why I've decided it's trick and treat and not trick or treat. So, and because it's Halloween, because it's trick or treat, trick and treat, I had to choose decks that are a little bit dark and a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit quirky and a little bit deep. So I'm gonna tell you right now that the artwork is not going to appeal to everybody, but yeah, just bear with me. Just go with it, okay? Just go with it. So I have got 5 questions written out here in front of us that I'm going to be working with for our trick and treat. And I'm using 2 tarot decks that are going to give us our trick and our treat. So our trick deck is going to be the Deviant Moon Tarot, and this is the one that's a little bit dark and not everybody's cup of tea, but it's fabulous, okay? And then when we get onto the treat portion, I have chosen another tarot deck. It's still a little bit quirky, it's still a little bit off the wall, it's still a little bit out there, but it's not so bad as this one. And then we're going to end off with a beautiful oracle message, a bit oracle card that's just going to tie it all in and make us feel fabulous. So I am shuffling like crazy here. We're dealing with the trick portion of our reading. So the first question we're asking is, what is tricking you in your life right now? What is happening in your life right now which is a trick, which is not real, which is not true? What is causing a little bit of disruption? What trick is causing disruption and chaos in your life right now? So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. These cards are quite long and narrow, so shuffling is a challenge, but you know me, just generally shuffling is a challenge. So what is tricking you in your life right now? I'm waiting for a card to sort of look at me and say, pick me, pick me, pick me. Okay, that one. What is tricking you in your life right now? That's very interesting. So let me hold it where you can see it. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups, and this is the trick. Okay, so this is the illusion. This is what's not real. This is what is not truly what you think it is. And I'm going to hold the card there because I really want you to look at it. So here we have a genie that has come out of a, I don't know what the thing's called, the genie's come out of. Oh my word, I've forgotten words. All right, lamp. Oh my word, I couldn't think of it. So this is you down here, okay, and you have rubbed the lamp and your genie has come out, and you can see that your genie has got all sorts of options and opportunities and whatever available to you. But you know how genies in the lamp work. You only get 3 wishes, okay? So please understand that this is the trick. So if you suddenly have fallen on a windfall, if you suddenly have this fabulous opportunity that's presented to you, if there's something that you've initiated and it looks amazing that's come into your life right now, please understand that it is an illusion. It's not, you're not seeing all the information yet. So this genie, he is surrounded by 9 cups, okay? He's got 9 cups around him, which are like his trophies. It's like he's showing off, okay? Like he's pretending that everything's fabulous. So remember, this is your trick. What is tricking you in your life right now? So the opportunities that are presented in front of you, the opportunities that look amazing and fabulous in front of you, just be mindful that they are not necessarily real, that they are not necessarily true. I mean, again, let's be honest, how many genies in a bottles do we have? You know, it is all imagination. So the trick in your life at the moment is that there is something being presented to you, there is something that's being offered to you that seems to be amazing, seems to be fabulous, but you need to be mindful that, is it really real or is it just an illusion? Okay, so that is the trick. What is tricking you in your life right now? I'm picking up the same deck, so sticking with Deviant Moon for now. And how do we overcome this? Okay, so we've identified the trick, we've recognized the trick, we see it. Now, how do we overcome it? And how do we stop it? How do we get past it without it negatively impacting on our lives? So what we've identified what is tricking us. Now let's see, how do we overcome it and how do we stop it? So shuffling the cards, how do we overcome and how do we stop this illusion of success and happiness and opportunity that has been presented to us? How do we stop and overcome this opportunity? Let's see what we get. Okay. 2 of Swords, and again I'm just going to show you the cards because they are a little bit creepy. They are a little bit strange, but they're also a little bit fabulous. I really do. So it is a two-headed, two-bodied person fighting, but notice the yin and the yang, please. Notice the opposites. Notice the, that they're the same, but they're different. And this is exactly trick or treat, trick and treat, okay? Because that same thing that frightens us brings us joy. That same thing that we want desperately will also bring us unhappiness. So it's all yin and yang. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about being honest with yourself. Two of Swords is about recognizing the truth that's right there in front of your eyes. Look at that. The truth that is right there in front of your eyes, okay? They're fighting each other, but doesn't that mean that they're fighting themselves because they are the one person, okay? They are one person. So if they're attacking and fighting each other, they're actually fighting themselves. And that is exactly what this card is all about. So let's look at this one. What is tricking you in your life? Is my camera going to focus? Sorry, I need to do that, and then it'll focus. Right. Camera, please behave yourself. The camera's tricking me, trick or treating me. All right. So friends, what is tricking you in your life at the moment is this illusion of opportunity, this illusion of opulence, this illusion of having so much available to you, okay? How do you overcome it and stop it? By stop fighting with yourself, okay? Stop being at war with yourself. Stop saying, well, yes or no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's about being honest. It's about taking the blindfold off. It's about being completely honest with yourself and saying, if it's too good to be true, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is, okay? So whatever's happening in your life right now that seems to be too good to be true, recognize that it probably is too good to be true. And this is the trick of what's happening in your life right now. And this is what Spirit is saying to you. You need to be mindful of this. You need to be aware of this so that you can stop it. And the only way that you can stop it is by stop fighting yourself and look around you, look out there and be honest and say, you know what, I see that, I see that, I see that, I recognize that, therefore it is. Okay. I'm going to leave those two cards on the table here in front of me, and we're now going to go on to our treat portion of the reading. And to do that, I am using my Shadowland Tarot. This deck is just, it's still a little bit quirky, it's still a little bit strange, and it's still a little bit weird, but it's fabulous as well. And its images are not as scary as the Deviant Moon, but they still pack a punch. So we are now going into our treat portion of the reading, and the first question that we're asking is, what treats are available to you right now? So we've looked at what's tricking us, we've looked at what's not real. Now let's look at the treats, and the first question we're asking is, what treats are available to you in your life right now that maybe you haven't noticed? Okay, and when we say treat, we talk about success, we talk about joy, we talk about happiness, we talk about abundance, we talk about all those positive things. So what treats are available to you in your life right now? We have the Star card. And the Star card, let me just see if I can get it closer and into view. Look at that, isn't it just gorgeous? So she's got a little string here over there in her hand, and it's connected to the star. So she's got her star balloon, and she's walking around and she's holding onto her star balloon, and just look at how she's dropping all this paint here and all the colors that she's giving off. Okay, so yes, she's a bit of a strange character, but isn't she just gorgeous? The Star card is the card of hope. Okay, the Star card is reminding you that there is hope. It's reminding you that if you just keep following that star, it's going to take you home. It's going to take you where you want to be. If you keep following that, you're going to head in the right direction. So you have the treat that's available to you right now is hope. Hope for a better life. Hope for success. So I am actually going to say to you, as much as this is a trick, as much as this is an illusion, as much as you have this untruth that's been laid out in front of you at the moment, or being offered to you at the moment, there is some truth to it, okay? But we need to recognize that this particular opportunity that we're working with, this particular opportunity that we're talking about here, this trick, is maybe not quite the right one for you, but don't give up completely, okay? Because the treat that's available to you is telling you that there is still some success, there is still a lot to look out for, and there is still opportunity that's coming your way. So hold on to that hope, hold on to that star, keep holding on to it as you progress and as you go through, because you're going to attract a lot of success your way. Okay, so that was the first treat that's available to you. I'm picking up the same deck again, and the question we're asking now is, how do we welcome and accept this treat into our life? So this hope that's still there, this hope for success, this hope for a beautiful life, this hope for a good life, how do we welcome and accept it into our life? How do we welcome and accept the hope? How do we open the door to let the hope in? Because I know sometimes we do feel quite hopeless, especially when you've just been told that an opportunity that's presented to you is not really a good one, like what I did in the trick portion. Okay, so how do we hold on to hope? How do we still hold on to it and attract it and welcome it into our lives? The card we have here is the Ten of Wands, and I need to get it into focus again so that you can see how cute it is. So look at this cute little creature, this cute little mouse that is holding and carrying all these logs. Look how bent the back is. It's been a long, hard day gathering the wood and carrying the wood. And just have a look at what's right at the top there. Isn't it just the cutest? The little apple right on top. So he's trying so hard to manage this. He's trying so hard to carry this heavy burden. He's exhausted. It's been a long and difficult day. So the treat that is available to you is the Star of Hope. Okay, this treat that's available to you is hope for a better life, hope for a successful life, hope for opportunities presented to you. How to welcome and accept it, to recognize that it's been a long journey. Okay, how do you hold on to hope? By recognizing that, you know what, it's been a long day. I'm carrying a lot. I've been through a lot. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit like, okay. When you recognize that, it will remind you that you are so close to the end. So you can't give up hope yet. When you know that you've been working so hard for such a long time, let that be a reminder to you that you are so close to victory, that you are so close to the end. And that is how you hold on to hope. That is how you hold on to the looking forward to a better tomorrow, to a better future. Okay, so recognize that it has been a long journey. Recognize that it has been an incredibly difficult journey. And the fact that you are, let's call it 95% of the way, means that there's only 5% left to go before you have the success, the happiness, the joy, and the abundance that you need, that you want, and that you deserve in life. Okay, putting that card down. Picking up the same deck again, Shadowland Tarot. And our last question is this treat, the Star of Hope, that's yours, the Star of Hope that's there for you. How is it going to improve your life? What is the star? In what way is this hope going to improve your life? In what way is the star going to benefit you and improve your life and make a difference? Let's see. So how will this treat improve your life? How will this treat improve your life? We have the King of Swords, and again, let's see if I can put it into focus so that you can see it. Right, so the King of Swords, let's just have a look at it there. So he's sitting at his table. So the camera doesn't want to focus. He's sitting at his table. He's diligently working hard, okay? He's putting all his thoughts into place. He's putting all his action plans together. He's strategizing. He's coming up with methods and processes, and he's figuring it all out. But he's here, okay? He's still in the thought stage. He's still in the planning stage. He's still in the creating opportunity stage. He's not actually done anything yet, all right? So let's go back. Let's go back to, before I complete this message, let's go back and have a look. I don't have enough table space in front of me. Right. The trick in your life right now is that these opportunities that are in front of you, these opportunities that have been presented to you, seem too good to be true, because they are. Okay? That is the trick. How do you overcome and stop the trick from happening? By stop fighting with yourself and stop only looking internally, look externally, look at what's going on around you and see exactly I'm going to say the BS that's happening, okay? Stop looking here internally all the time. Stop fighting with yourself, looking at yourself. Look around you. Look at the people who are offering you the opportunity to see that it's not exactly as they make it out to be. What treat is available to you right now? We have the treat of the star. We have the treat of hope. We have to know that there is hope, that things are actually going to work out. So just because this opportunity isn't right for you, just because this opportunity isn't quite fabulous for you, it doesn't mean that that's the end. There are definitely more opportunities coming your way. Keep on to that hope. The treat that is available to you now is this card of hope. And how to welcome and accept it? By recognizing that you've worked damn hard for this. You really have. You've put in the long hours, you've put in the effort, you've put in the work, you've done everything perfectly. So you deserve it. But to give in now, to give up now, would be giving in too quickly, too early, too soon. You are so close to the end, so just keep going. You are going to have the success and the victory that you're looking for. And how will this treat improve your life? Well, if you back away from the trick that's happening around you right now, it'll give you a chance to strategize. It'll give you a chance to formulate your plan. It'll give you a chance to think about how you're going to do the next thing, how you're going to have the hope and the dreams that you want. But it's about planning. It's about strategy. It's about having an action plan. But you can't just keep going. So when you reach the end, you need to have a plan. So while you're walking that last 5 kilometers with that huge big load on your back, while you're going through the last of this journey, start thinking about your next step. Start thinking about what next, while holding on to your balloon of hope, because it's definitely happening for you. All right, so we're not done yet. I am now going to pick up Nature's Whispers Oracle, because these cards, as you're just going to see, they are absolutely exquisite. So as I shuffle this deck now, we're asking Spirit, what else do we need to know? What other inspiration? What other guidance? What other message does Spirit need you to hear right now? Do they need you to know right now in relation to our trick and treat message that we have received so far? So Spirit, what message do we have for everybody today? These cards are truly exquisite, and I'm really going to make sure the camera focuses on these, because I need you to see the beauty, and the more you look, the more you're going to see in these cards. So let me hold it right in front of the camera. There we go. Just look at that. Look at the colors. Look at the beauty. Look at the boat in the water, the birds that my hand's covering. Look at her outfit. Look at the flowers. And the messages, show your support. Show your support. Let me see. So there's a whole family of birds here. Just look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? These cards are just absolutely exquisite. So what is the message, or what is Spirit trying to say to you with show your support? You know, it's about recognizing, once you've identified this trick, once you've identified what's not actually your opportunity, once you've recognized what's not really yours and you've stepped away from that, it doesn't mean you hate the person. It doesn't mean you turn your back on them. It doesn't mean that you discount them completely. You've still got to continue showing your support, but what you have to do is you've actually got to show your support more for yourself than for anybody else. You've got to, because remember, that's who you are. You are that kind of person. You are always more concerned about other people than you are about yourself. I know that about you, okay? I know that about you. You're always more concerned about other people. You're always showing support for others. And just because this particular opportunity is not the right one for you, just because this particular opportunity is not the one for you, it doesn't mean you turn your back. You need to keep showing your support, but you also need to let people show their support for you. It's a two-way street. And I think this is what's happened here. This opportunity, you know, as much as people are appearing to support you, and as much as they're showing that they want to help and guide you, but maybe they're not being completely honest, all right? You need to show your support. You need to rock up, and you need to pitch up, and you need to carry on. You need to carry on going. All right, you need to carry on going. Look at the support that you are carrying. Look at how much you are taking on. So recognize that that is your function, that is who you are at the core of your being. You are this person who is always supporting and helping and guiding others. That is just who you are, and that is absolutely amazing. You are absolutely amazing. So friends, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we meet again, you take care.